Hello everybody. In today's video, it definitely looks different, sounds different, because it is different. I'm going to be introducing to you guys my younger brother, Leif, and I thought it was a great opportunity while he's visiting me here to interview him, not in a way that's, trying to get answers out of him, but I do want to just have a really real talk with a masculine figure within my life. And my brother, I do have a lot of respect for, and I do believe that we as siblings, obviously we're related, but I feel like this is going to be a great opportunity to give you guys maybe some answers, some truths, whether it be about me, life, the masculine collective, that maybe YouTube hasn't seen before when it comes to a feminine and masculine sibling dynamic. And I do believe that Leif can provide us with some answers, being that he is in a younger generation. He is only 22, but with that, I feel like we can uncover some truths about what's happening in today's society from the younger generation and bring some light upon topics that usually people are very uncomfortable to address. And doing it in a setting that can bring not only you, me, and my brother a level of safety in talking about the uncomfortable. So in today's video, I'm going to be welcoming Leif. Come on in.
What the hell is going on, everyone? How's it going?
So in today's video, like I said, Leif is here with me. How are you today, Leif?
I'm doing really good. This is my first week in Austin, Texas. I'm visiting my sister here. This is an absolutely incredible city. I'm so happy to have reunited with her. It's been like 2 years since we've seen each other. And, I've been following along with her videos from Canada, from my laptop, and it's amazing. And I love what she stands for. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to be a part of this video.
Well, thank you for saying that about your sister. Now, you guys, I'm sure that you're having thoughts right now being like, well, they're siblings, like what are they going to talk about today? And me and Leif have talked off camera a lot about the topics I discuss with you guys. And yes, they are somewhat uncomfortable. Would you agree that, talking about sexuality, I feel like life force energy, the manipulation that's happening, is there a sense of uncomfortability when you talk about that?
Absolutely. I believe that in today's society, I feel like a lot of people are being suppressed and a lot of voices are not being heard from the other side. I'm a conservative. I'm everything that my sister has to say, I am fully on board with, and I agree. And it's really important that we have that difference, that we embrace that difference between masculine and feminine energy, and so that we can come together and we can just have better relationships, better dynamics, and just overall coexist in this world a lot more peacefully.
Yeah, I think that's great that you brought that forward, because like I said, my channel is for addressing topics that go unnoticed. And yes, there is going to be a sense of uncomfortability when we talk about the things that have been suppressed for so long within not only this generation, but our previous generations that didn't have a voice to address this. And that's why I want to start, Leif, today's video, if you don't mind, because I do talk a lot about porn addiction, semen retention, a lot to do with men's sexuality in particular, because I believe that it's being manipulated through the over-sexualization of the female body, which, yes, we can all agree, woman's body is beautiful, but when it's being exploited every single day through the media, and it's really actually allowing men to be over-identified with their animalistic nature, it creates setback in the masculine collective, and not even being able to view women anymore as a sacred being, which I am always for. So I think it would be a great place to start is, what was your first interaction with porn, and what was going on in your life when you were looking for porn, and what sense of relief did it bring you as an adolescent in your life?
Yeah, so my first time I ever watched porn was, I was about 12 years old. So this is a very young age, guys. This is not normal, and this should not be happening. So I was 12, right? We have easy access to internet now, and with the internet, you have access to everything. I remember it like it was yesterday. We were living in a townhouse in Kelowna, and I waited for them, my sister and my mom, I waited for them to leave. I was in elementary school, guys. I was in elementary school. In today's world, we unfortunately have easy access to seeing this kind of stuff. So what happened was I heard about porn when I was like 12, decided, okay, I'm gonna jerk it. I'm gonna jerk off now. So I went online, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a webcam girl. Anyways, they left. I pulled my pants down on the living room couch, and I let her rip. I did it, and I literally was finished in like 5 seconds just because I was so sensitive. After it had happened, after I had done it, one thing that was very noticeable to me was there was a significant rise in, dopamine. I felt amazing. Oh my God, this feels incredible. And I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what was going on. And then I had this drop, right? Because what comes up must come back down. So whenever you have these big peaks, you're going to have these downward spirals, right? And so after you jerk off, a lot of men are going to have feelings of guilt, shame. These are all things that come with watching pornography. These are all things that come with exposing yourself to these toxic outlets online. And for years, I was addicted to porn after that. I was addicted, I was hooked, and I would basically jerk off every single morning before elementary school. I would jerk off.
Wow, and with that being said, and thank you so much for sharing, not only with me as your sister, but for the audience, because here's the thing, you guys, this is what is needed for healing within the masculine collective, is a voice, is a place to be heard and seen within the destruction that has been a part of a lot of men's shame, unworthiness, and suppression within themselves that even is now the conduit that brings them forth onto Pornhub to satisfy, like you said, kind of like that animalistic urge. And when we don't have control over the beast, which I like to, that's an example of your sexual energy. And when the beast is not tamed, it can create a lot of destruction within your life because you are not in control of it. So now, Leif, you being, an adult, 22 in your life, when you were just speaking, was there any shame that was lingering behind everything you discussed with us in a very open way?
You know what? There was actually no shame behind it. And I'll say this. Let's just say that I had continued on that path, that toxic path of destruction of my masculine energy, of my sacred masculine energy that I was giving out. Let's just say that 22 years old, I'm still in a basement, I'm jerking off. I probably would have been ashamed of saying it, but it's quite the opposite. It's like I don't feel bad about saying that because listen, guys, everyone's gonna jerk off, right? Every man, they're gonna jerk off.
Every woman as well, you guys.
Yeah, it's normal. You're gonna do it. What really matters though is what my sister's doing, and she's making a huge difference in the world. So, you guys being subscribers, you guys following her, you guys are all on this path of bettering yourselves, and that's amazing. Continue to watch these videos, continue to educate yourself, because listen, what we're doing, what this is all about is that I came from jerking off every single day, and I was super shameful about it. Nowadays, I do not jerk off at all. I do not watch porn. And how has my life changed? Well, it's changed dramatically. For everyone listening, you know what I'm talking about. When you watch porn, when you jerk off to a video and then you finish and you get this immense amount of guilt and you also are relieved. For a second there, you are out of that prison. You're out of that addiction feeling because when you're a man, right, when you secrete all that semen, all that masculine energy, you're freed for a moment. For probably, maybe half an hour, some men a couple hours. You don't feel that desire anymore. You fill that void and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's not so bad anymore. Until it comes back later. Until you're sitting in your bed watching YouTube and you see a pretty girl on a video, until you are scrolling on Instagram, which by the way is an incredibly toxic platform. I'm on it. I won't lie. I'm on Instagram, all that stuff. I don't agree with scrolling on it. I have stopped that as well. And the reason why is because, guys, you have to understand these social media platforms, they're brainwashing devices. These are brainwashing applications that are designed to take the most valuable currency that you have, and that's your time. So by you being triggered by all this stuff, it's just pulling you more and more and more towards all these ridiculous websites that are exploiting you guys. In the advertisements, I would remember before, it'd be like some girl and it'd be like, don't skip this video while she's jerking some guy off. They are openly admitting to trying to brainwash you. Look at the advertising you are watching. You are witnessing, before you click on that video, you're witnessing them to funnel you in. Guess what though? For your money, for your resources, for your time, for your energy, for all that stuff. And you're gonna jerk off. You're gonna feel amazing. You're gonna be in your toilet, on your bathroom, wherever the hell you do it. You're gonna be somewhere. You're gonna feel like a piece of shit after.
I want to interject because everything you're saying is very true, and I feel like the men who are, attracted to my videos have a deep sense of truth that when they hear you speak, they know that that's true to the core. But it's overcoming the urges, because I believe the urges are almost like what you plug into a charger is going to charge. So where you put your awareness, that's going to gain a lot of momentum and traction and energetic charge within your body. So the greater you plug plug your awareness into these short-lived pleasures in your life, you're just naturally going to be depleted afterwards because the charge isn't going to last forever. So that's why it's really important. Like, take all of these words into consideration, but it can't just end with you digesting this video and moving forward onto your life. If you're being called to make change in your life, and change can happen, I don't care how old you are. When you are aware of a pattern that is taking control of your actual well-being, perhaps in your relationships, your self-image, your work, your finances, your career, your purpose, your passion, then there is something wrong. And I'm not saying this to bring a level of, even more shame into this container, because I'm not. This is why I think this video with Leif today, with me being a woman and us being siblings, you can open up to people that you feel safe with. And maybe just having a voice within this space could be enough to really give you motivation to make change in your life, which is why if there's any man out here watching today's video and you have a story and you're working on overcoming it, document it, share it with other people, because that is how men can heal the shame associated with porn and the lingering effects it has on men, even if they've stopped. Like, I'm sure there's like areas of your life perhaps, or when it comes to relationships, dynamics, that maybe still suffer from the over-sexualization in today's society targeting men. And this is why it's also, women's responsibility to become aware of this as well. Not only just men to become aware of this, because to really heal, we need to have the feminine and the masculine on board for change. And for me, true change happens when we make those internal changes, so then we can see a reflection of change in our outside world that just shows us the change we have made within. This is why I wanted to bring Leif on today's video to address these problems. Not problems in a way that, is wrong. Perhaps they're not wrong, because it taught you a lot about yourself, a lot about masculinity, your willpower to overcome things. And what better place to start than your sexual energy, men? Because listen, if you don't have control over this, it's going to leave an effect on every single area of your life. Why do I say this? Sexual energy is correlated to your creative energy, and with that, your life force energy. So if this is being drained from a man, he is walking around like the Walking Dead, finding himself in a pleasure system that will ultimately lead to mass destruction in his life. Now, this could be a little serious of me to say. I know it's weird coming from a woman, because I can't say that I've experienced porn.
Of course, you can't possibly understand that phenomenon that we have when we do orgasm, but your message is on point. So that's all that matters.
I want to be aware of this. The message that was brought forward to me wasn't based upon prying within the men in my life and asking them questions. It was a result of me becoming curious over masculinity and femininity and what is required out of each polarity to bring a sense of harmony into this world. That's important to me. I know it's important to Leif. I think with that being said, you guys, I hope this brought a level of safety within not only, like I said, Leif and me. This can transfer onto you, seeing the feminine and the masculine come together and talk about such a suppressed, shameful topic in our society today, and bringing our light onto it, bringing a level of awareness onto it, and honestly, grace onto it, that you can do the same in your life. And if you are struggling, if you are finding yourself in the darkness of this, there's hope. There's always hope. And if you have faith in your future, in the future where you want to be, and you will allow yourself to build your sexual energy to create even more creative energy within yourself that will sustain you within creating massive change in your life, that is your responsibility to create. So Leif, thank you so much for being on my video today. Thank you for sharing your story. And do you have any final thoughts before we end today's video?
Embrace your masculine energy, reject all this modern BS that's coming your way, that's trying to loop you into this. It's all brainwashing, guys. It's all to take over that masculine energy that you have.
Oh, that's powerful statement to end on. And everything that we've said today is not something to, bring a level, like I said, shame to this conversation. It's to really heal one another. And I really hope that today's video had the ability to do that for you, and that you had the ears to listen. And I want to end on this reminder. Easy access to anything will always come with easy access to your own pain. You have to work for the things that you want. They don't easily come to you. And with that, and having things that aren't so easily easily accessible in your life gives you the willpower to push forward, to have dedication, motivation, a level of perseverance that you need as a human being. Because there's always going to be things, whether it be porn, your own emotions, career change, etc. That's what is going to prepare you to enter the battlefield of the mind and actually have a place in the war and actually fight it and have a sense of ability that you can, because you've shown that again and again. So high five. And like I said, you guys, thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. By the way, side note, if anyone's in the Vancouver area, my brother here is getting himself into videography. If you can't tell, I'm using all of his equipment right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you want any videos done, whether it be for your brand, your personal brand, honestly, anything, he works in the videography field. So if you're in Vancouver, BC, I will also leave his email down below if you'd like to work with him, meet him, etc. And on that note, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.